All right, this week on Mock the Week, we've got a very, very big surprise for you. You'll know what it is in a moment. But first, 'tis the season to be merry, and President Uhuru Kenyatta has more than one reason to be very, very, very merry this Christmas. This week, one man was told to get out of a kitchen that seemingly became too hot for him, and one Yvonne Okwara took security matters into her own hands. Jerry Mushura, that's a surprise, has this and more on this week, Mock the Week.
Good evening and welcome to Mock the Week. My name is Jerry Muchura, and as you can see, in line with what has been happening in the government, we also have decided to shuffle things a bit. This guy has moved himself to the civil service.
Yeah, I'm going to join the civil service now.
But before we get to shuffling and reshuffling,
every day I'm shuffling.
Let's talk about this guy. President Uhuru Kenyatta, Mr. Shuffler himself, who is happier than a boy with a brand new bike. Yes, President Uhuru Kenyatta learned this week that ICC prosecutor Fatou Bensouda decided to leave the head of state alone because she had no evidence, leading to many Kenyans doing this.
Mr. Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda. Hey! Al-Qaeda. See you, baby! Al-Qaeda.
It also turns out that the decision by Bensouda to throw in the towel also ensured that most Kenyans all went so closer to God.
I see it like this. You see, Jesus was crucified with two thieves, isn't it? So, in this case, I see it Uhuru as Jesus, and the two thieves as Ruto and the other one, Sam. Yeah.
You know what? I agree with that guy. I guess there's a huge similarity between Jesus and President Uhuru. A lot of similarity. I mean, one is the son of God the Father, and the other one is the son of the founding father. So yeah, I guess that's a pretty legitimate comparison, huh? All in all, it was joy all around. One can only hope that the joy and the selfies will lead to things improving, security-wise, that is. Speaking of security, remember this guy? Really? You don't? Are you serious? Let me refresh your memory.
Smoke you are seeing from the building is as a result of the terrorists setting some mattress on fire.
Yeah, that's the guy. He was the comedian-in-chief who was also in charge of internal security. Well, guess who's jobless? After dishing out several half-truths on what was going on in the country, the truth was finally served to him in a steaming cup of hot truth. That he'd be looking for a job sooner rather than later.
I have today nominated the Honorable Major General Retired Joseph Ngaiseri as the new Cabinet Secretary for Interior and Coordination of National Government.
There were talks along the corridors of power earlier this week that one Joseph Olelenku was up for the prestigious award of the Moran of the Burning Spear for his exemplary work as Chef of Security. But as it turns out, that was never going to be. But you know what? We here on Mock the Week are a sad, very sad lot. I mean, who are we going to be making fun of now? Well, thank you, Mr. President, for ruining our fun. But you know what? Let's look back at the moments in Olelenku's distinguished career that warmed the cockles of our hearts.
I did apply.
So do you think you got more than you got?
When God decides to bless you, there is no limit. I have no doubt in myself that I'm up to the task. There is no possibility of failure in this case. A known number of armed militia attacked Mpeketoni and Kibaoni town in Lamu County. I want to confirm that immediately the government swung into action through the KDF. In the foresight operation, we retrieved a large amount of terrorism material and an insignia including Al-Shabaab flags. During the attack, 48 innocent lives were lost. Already some offensive have been taken
They have been identified where they came from.
Oh, we'll miss you, Mr. Olelenku. We'll miss just how easy you made it for us to make fun of you. But before he left, Olelenku had a special message, and in it he said, insecurity affects every single Kenyan. Which brings us to, wait, maybe, just maybe, that's the reason why our colleague Yvonne Okwara got married yesterday.
I give you this ring as a sign of our marriage. It's a sign of our marriage.
Could it be that people took the words of the fired internal security boss quite literally? But as the law of the jungle states, there is safety in numbers, and two are much better than one. And as Yvonne Okwara has declared, her security starts with her getting married. Have you thought about your own security? And since Olelenku has left the building, let me just prepare your mind for the next laughingstock. Arsenal.
Will Arsenal win anything for the next 20 years?
Never, 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 never.
Jerry, good job in replacing that civil servant. Never, never, never should he come back. But anyway, that's just my